Bismillah. Alright, good day guys. Welcome back to Kana channel. Konnichiwa minasan. Kana channel this. So today we're gonna be unboxing a new package. We'll be looking at what is in the inside. And let's see what's inside. Okay, so for current situation in mining or anything related to mining, most of you might already know, especially the veteran miners. Okay, so Ethereum has already forked with London hardfork. Okay, so the new hardfork includes some of the if I'm not mistaken, there's 5 protocols in place with coming of London hardfork, which is the most controversial protocol, which is EIP 1559. Okay, there's another one, EIP 3156, or I'm not sure. You have to research on your own what is the other EIP's name, but for sure the controversial protocol is included, which is EIP 1559. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, the other one is the protocol that changed POW, proof of work, into POS, proof of stake. Okay, so what that means is when the time comes, based on the article that I read, okay, that particular protocol changing the POW into POS will increase the difficulty very high. Okay, which means Ethereum will no longer be able to be mined because of the too high mining difficulty. Okay, so which means it will not be able to mine when the time comes. Okay, when that particular EIP goes into effect. Okay, so we will not be able to mine anymore after that particular EIP goes into effect. Okay, is it stuck? No, I don't think so. Okay, all right, so we have motherboard Asrock B450. Okay, still legend. Okay, it is AMD Ryzen desktop 2000 ready, 3000 desktop ready, supports Athlon to XGE series, AMD Raven Ridge 2 ready, socket AM4. Okay, B450 model, Ryzen and Athlon ready. Okay, okay, this is interesting. Made in Vietnam. Okay, that is interesting. Asrock Steel Legend B450 Steel Legend. California, USA only. Okay, which is weird. Okay, which is weird. All right, so let's see what we have at the back. I hope you can see it. Okay, rule your own lighting way. Polychrome sync. Okay, full coverage M.2 armor. Okay, Nikon. Is that the right pronunciation? Nikon, Nikon. 12K black caps. Okay, ultra USB power. The plus 5 volt voltage for a selected rear USB port is transformed from 12-volt power rail. Hence, the voltage drop will be much lower than 5 plus 5 volt from PSU under heavy loading, supplying enough current to USB hubs and high-end devices. Okay, that is interesting. We have USB 3.1 Gen 2 10 gigabit per second. Okay, premium 60A power choke. Okay, what is that supposed to mean? Asrock Premium 60 ampere power chokes effectively make the saturation current up to 3 times better, thus providing enhanced and improved V core voltage to the motherboard. Okay, what is that supposed to be? I'm not sure. Okay, we have the old mouse and keyboard port, but this one is hybrid. First time I saw it, first time I see this. Okay, we have this display port, DVI port, HDMI, USB 3.1 Gen 1. What is this? Ultra USB power. Okay. USB 3.1 Gen 1. Okay. Both are USB 3.1 Gen 1, but this one is ultra power. I'm not sure what that is supposed to mean. Okay. Alright. So this with this you can see better, I think. Right. So LAN RJ45 Ethernet cable. USB slot. We have Type C slot. Microphone in out. Okay, so we have AMD AM4 socket. This is what we need. Chipset is AMD Promontory B450. Okay, for DIMMs up to DDR4 3533 plus OC. Okay, 2 PCIe 3.0 16 and 4 PCIe 2.0 X1 graphics, integrated AMD Radeon Vega series graphics in Ryzen series APU. Obviously we need that. HDMI, we need that. storage, okay, USB, okay, audio LAN, real-time gigabit LAN, form factor ATX, okay. Supports, it says here supports Windows 10. Obviously we need that, but we're not going to use Windows 10 in particular. But okay, so enough with the specs and so on and so forth. Let's open it up and see what we have inside. So back to the story, back to the story that I was telling. Oh, it's upside down. Okay, so back to the story I was telling. EI the EIP, the other EIP will be when it's going to be in effect. Okay, it will jump, increase the difficulty too high, so that the Ethereum will not be able to be mined. Okay, for the purpose of changing Ethereum proof of work into proof of stake. Okay, so why is it so hard to pull the box out? Okay, so that is the box finally. So to change, the developers will be to change Ethereum into proof of stake from proof of work. They will be increasing the difficulty too high, for even the ASICs will not be able to mine Ethereum anymore after that. That is what I read. As usual, do your own research. Okay, that is just my opinion on what I read and research. And for now, let's open up the box. All right, we have the motherboard. Okay, we have the motherboard. Let's pull it out. We have the quick installation guidebook. Okay, we have CDs. Nobody uses CDs anymore, at least for me. Nobody is using CDs anymore. And this one is, oh, this is nice. This is nice. It's a postcard of a steel legend. Nice. No be, I will not be using it, but nice. Okay. Okay. So we have the motherboard cage, or label, or what's the word for it? Label, cage. Uh, let's put it aside for now. Okay, this is installing memory module on AM4 motherboards. So A1, A2, B1, B2. Okay, right. A series APU Bristol Ridge. AMD non-XMP memory frequency support. Okay. Oh, okay. So there's a how should we say? There's a way to install RAMs uh, on the motherboard slot based on the frequency. This frequency is 2400 and below, so we are going to use 2666 megahertz. So this is, will it be in effects? I don't know. Ryzen, okay, um Ryzen, we have Ryzen series CPU, Ryzen series CPU, Pinnacle Ridge, Summit Ridge, Raven Ridge. Okay, so we're going to use Raven Ridge CPUs. Okay, it's all the same. It's all the same. Single rank dim. How should we differentiate between single rank and dual rank? Um, I don't even know. I don't even know. Uh, so basically, A2 and B2 are in series, and A1 and B1 is in series. So if you want to put two RAMs on the motherboard, slot in A1 first, and then B2, or B1, then A1, then you go to the A2 or B2. So basically, you put in the RAM in slot in slot 1, A1 or B1, then you go to the second slot, A2 or B2. It's better to fill in A slot first. So A1 B1, then A2 B2. Okay, so that's installing memory modules. Bristol Ridge. This one is A series APU. We will not be putting A series CPU. We will be using Raven Ridge. But in any case, let's put it aside first. Okay, we have, what is this? I think this is the screw for the M.2. I'm thinking maybe. Yes, put it aside. We have SATA cable. This is SATA cable designed for SATA 6 gigabyte per second. Okay. If you can see the writings on it. Okay. So this is the SATA cable. SATA cable. This is, what is this? I don't know what is this for. It's a type of screw, but I don't know what it is for. Let's put it aside. Okay, we have software setup guide. This is the first time I see this in a motherboard. Okay. Oh, it's for the BIOS settings. Okay, so nice. There's a guide for it. We have um advanced screen UEFI. Excuse me, guys. Let me see what is inside the book for a bit. Soft bridge configuration, storage configuration. Super IO configuration, ACPI configurations, AMD CBS trusted computing, where is the above 4G decoding? I'm looking for it. I'm looking for that. Above above 4G decoding tools, internet setting, UEFI download server. Okay, hardware health event monitoring screen. Okay, we have fan tuning. So chassis fan, CPU temperature. We will not be adjusting the CPU fan. We will be adjusting chassis fan only later on. Okay, security screen. Where is the above 4G decoding? Okay, we have it now. Boot screen, fast boot, boot on board, okay, blah blah blah. Boot B full screen. We have above 4G decoding. That is what we need for 6 or more GPU. Okay, enable or disable 64-bit capable devices to be decoded in above 4G address space only if the system supports 64-bit PCI decoding. Okay, so it's in there. Okay, good. All right, so let's put it aside. We have another screw. Okay, for the motherboard, let's pull it out. It's on um sponges. Okay, it's on a sponge, which is good. Zip tie even. Okay, let's close the box for a bit. Okay, so I think it's I cannot get the motherboard out for the time being because it has zip ties, so I cannot uh, get the motherboard out. But this is how it looks. Uh, Hopefully you can see it. Okay, hopefully you can see it. Okay, so we have the cover for our utility slots, USB. We have HDMI, we have USB, we have the microphones and speakers. We have RJ45 slot, the Ethernet cable slot. Okay, we have PCIe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6. This is for the M2 slot. Okay, we have AM4 slot, CPU slot. Okay, here we have the power uh, power pins for the motherboard. Okay, I'm thinking for the CPU actually. For a CPU. This is for the CPU power. Okay. This is heatsink for the motherboard. Okay. This is for the RAM. Okay, that is for the RAM. We have 24 pins for the motherboard. We have SATA slot, 6 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can connect 6 hard disks. Okay, we have USB slots, a few of them, and okay, we have CPU fan header. We have system. For the system, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 fan headers. Okay, for the system, 4 slots, 4 slots, fan header. So you can include 4 fans in your casing or mining rig. If you put 1 fan on each header, okay, we have 4. So we can put 4 fans, or if you want to split it 1 into 4 also can. So we have the first PCIe 16X is metal. The other one is plastic. The other one is plastic. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So let's take a bit clearer look at the utility slots. We have USB, 2 of them. The old slot for mouse and keyboard. We have GVI port. We have HDMI port. Okay, HDMI port. This is 3.1 USB slot. The same with this. We have RJ45, the Ethernet slot, another USB slot, and this one is the USB Type C slot. Here we have microphones and speakers. Okay, so that is what we have in the utility slot. All right, so we have 2 heatsinks, one here and here, for the heat to be dissipated. That's the word. That's the function of a heatsink, by the way. And so far, it looks good. I don't think there's any defects or damage at all, as far as I can see. Okay, so this is, we have here is M.2 slot. So it's either you can put in M.2 SSD, or you can put another PCIe expansion there, so there will be 7 GPUs, all of them. But we are not going to do that way, because that will be an we have to buy M.2 PCIe expansion, which means we have to uh, uh, put out, or in other words, we have to buy we have to buy more. So that will not be conservative in my opinion. Unless that is your preference, then go ahead and carry on. But for me, I already have this motherboard already have 6 PCI slots, so it's better not to in my perspective, it's better not to waste more money to buy the M.2 PCIe expansion. Okay, maybe in the future, probably if I want to build more than 6 GPU on this motherboard, okay, maybe I will have to get M.2 expansion, M.2 PCIe expansion, maybe. But for the time being, I don't think I need it. So if I buy right now, if I buy M.2 expansion slot, that will be a waste. Okay, so what else? What else? I think you can see this part. We have the uh, extra slot for the casings. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, here is the pins for switching on, switching off, reset. If I'm not mistaken, different motherboard may locate their functions differently, or yeah, differently, maybe different. So we have a motherboard B450 motherboard Asrock by Asrock, and the code name is Steel Legend. Oh, by the way, it's a bit light. If you try to carry it, it's a bit light compared to if you carry the whole box with everything in it. It has 2 books, uh, a little bit more than a usual motherboard box. By any case, this is ASRock P450 Steel Legend. Okay, it is AMD Ryzen 3000 desktop ready. Okay. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering, is it compatible with Ryzen 5000? No, it's not yet. It is not yet. But if you are trying to update the BIOS, okay, I'm not sure if there's any BIOS for this particular motherboard to be able to be AMD 5000 ready. I'm not sure. I haven't researched on it. But for example, if you want to play, if you want to use AMD 5000 CPUs, um, you might want to research first, is it compatible on the new BIOS update? Is it the new BIOS update compatible with Ryzen 5000? Okay, you have to research a bit. Is it compatible? Okay. Does it have BIOS update for AMD 5000? Okay. Um, because as you know, AMD Ryzen may or may not know, AMD 5000 is the new CPU. If I'm not mistaken, there's even uh, iGPU Ryzen 5000, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, or in other words, there is APU Ryzen 5000, if I'm not mistaken, and 5000 series are very powerful and very expensive as well. Okay, but it can handle almost any task given to it, whether you're gaming or doing works or whatever menial tasks or whatever. It can handle it because it is very powerful and fast. AMD 5000. Okay, so for those that wants to play um, AAA titles games, okay, a big how should we say, power hungry games, okay. If you want to buy this motherboard and couple it with Ryzen 5000, make sure do your research first. Okay, make sure we do your research first. Uh, in latest BIOS update, can it handle AMD 5000? All right, research first. Okay, if it cannot support AMD 5000, Ryzen 5000, you might want to think to buy the latest what is it, X500 motherboards, if I'm not mistaken. Those are 5000 ready. Okay, Ryzen 5000 ready, so you just can plug and play. All right, so there's the the motherboard showcase. Okay, and regarding the London hardfork, we have VIP 1559 now. It is in place. It is in effect. Okay. So as the developer says or said, okay, Ethereum mining rewards is going down, and as a effect, the Ethereum price is going up. So EIP 1559 burns the miner fee. Okay, not the miner fee. Some of the miner fee. Okay, burns some of the miner fee, and in turn, the price of Ethereum goes up, as it should be. Okay, the developer says as it should be. They want to decrease a bit of the Ethereum supply, so that Ethereum price is going up, and it is going up. The price is going up, but the amount of Ethereum is going down a bit. Okay, I'm seeing around 10% decrease in mining rewards. Okay, but the price it has gone up, so it's hard to tell. It's hard to give an opinion on this.